Come on down to Clown World, where nothing makes sense and everyone has gone mad. Happy Tuesday, welcome to Zeducation, and welcome to another Clown World episode. Here on Clown World, if you cringe, you lose, okay? Accept Clown World as it is. Inject it, breathe it all in, take it in, okay? And accept it all as truth, accept it all as reality. Don't bat an eye, don't cringe, because if you do, you lose. And if you lose, you have to subscribe to this channel. And share this video, okay? We're getting real close to 1 million subscribers, and we gotta keep pushing. So that's your punishment for today. You cringe, you lose, you subscribe. If you accept the terms of today's game, head down and like this video. And if you are new here, please make sure you are subscribed and have the bell clicked for notifications when new videos are uploaded. Now, on to today's Clown World episode. If you cringe, you lose. Go. U.S. beer shortage looms with gap in carbon dioxide supply. Reminder, as we spiral down and down and down, things get crazier and crazier. When the zombies come, when the aliens drop, you're going to be sober for that because there's a beer shortage. 1,000 Australian schools are fed insects. You know what? Round of applause for these schools. They're on board. They're on board with eating the crickets, eating the bugs. Feed them. Feed them to your kids, all right? Do it. Do as you're told. Eat the bugs. Scientists say that cockroach milk is 3 times more nutritious than cow's milk. There you go. Doing their best to get you to change your mind on cows and bugs. Eat the bugs. Take the bugs, eat them. Do what you're told, all right? Do what you're told. Even if you don't want to, do what you're told in Clown World. Pfizer CEO tests positive for COVID for a second time. Can't make it up. You can't make it up. He's okay, by the way, but I just have to say one more time, you can't make it up. High school scraps gender-dependent method of choosing homecoming royalty. White Bear Lake Area High School no longer crowns a king and a queen as part of its annual homecoming celebration. This is a common thing. That's a Minnesota school, by the way. Common thing. Other Minnesota schools have done this, and, getting rid of king and queen because it hurts feelings. It's not inclusive, all right? This is where we are, by the way, with our schools. All those new servers at your favorite restaurant aren't just bad at waiting tables. They may wind up crashing the entire economy. Take it from them. Take it from Business Insider here. It's the servers, man. It's not reckless spending, not money printing, not the Inflation Reduction Act that won't reduce inflation. It's actually the servers. Go to Baskin Robbins, go to Chili's, go to Applebee's, wherever. It's them. If you're watching this, it's your fault. You did this. New York City orders $4 million McKinsey study on whether trash piles would be better inside containers. I don't know what's going on in New York, but we've been doing this across the country and other places for, I would imagine, hundreds of years. At least 100 years. So I'm just going to go ahead and tell you without spending that money. Yes, that's the answer is yes. So I don't know who is this money going to? Where's this money getting funneled? And who you buying with that? Politicians? We got to know, because that's one of the dumbest studies I've ever seen in my life. But only in Clown World. California inflation relief payments worth up to $1,050 start going out this week. Keep trying, California. Maybe one day people will understand. But I guess we're just going to have to find out the hard way, right? Social Security's retirement age is moving to 67. Some experts say that could go even higher. Yeah, they've been saying for a long time, Social Security's not going to be around when you're older, blah, blah, blah. And it's starting to happen. They're starting to slowly inch it back. Till next thing you know, you're going to be 80. I mean, who knows? Biden. I was sort of raised in Puerto Rican community, at home politically. That's from a couple weeks ago, but he really said that. Truly said that. The guy fully functioning, just as a reminder. This is, the leader of Clown World. I'm paycheck to paycheck. I make $350,000 a year, but have $88,000 in student loans, $170,000 in car loans, and a mortgage I pay $4,500 a month on. Do I need professional help? Well, I'm going to go ahead and say yes. How do you have 170 in car loans? That's what I want to know. 170 in car loans? You know what you need, man? You need the debt snowball. Go talk to Dave Ramsey. He'll set you up with a book for free probably. And he'll get you started on baby step number 1. You know, you got the 7 steps, get to getting, and you can manage this. You have a nice little income there. Nobel Economics Prize awarded to U.S.-based economists, including Bernanke, for work on financial crisis. That's gold. They just kicked the can down the road. They didn't fix anything. We're dealing with it right now. So how about we give a peace prize to Obama too, you know? Sitting there bombing weddings and peace, right? Those awards, most awards, mean absolutely nothing today. Just FYI, if you didn't know that, Grammys, Nobel Prizes, they mean virtually nothing. It's all political. I hate to shatter your hopes and dreams. But in Clown World, that's the way things are. Meritocracy doesn't exist. Desperate Europeans return to the world's oldest fuel for warmth. It's back to the old days as demand for firewood soars due to gas shortage. Well, ting, back down to the frickin' wood, man. Hey, there was a guy, Trump, whatever you think of him, he literally said this could be a problem. Germany, Europe, you're a little dependent on Russian oil. And they got laughed at. That's a real thing. And here we are. Colorado, 30,000 non-citizens got vote registration mailer. AP News, what are you doing reporting on this? Come on. There's absolutely zero problems. No questions should be asked about our process, all right? Now you're making people say, woo? What the hell went wrong here? Come on, enough. This is AP News spreading this. Wow. The American Academy of Pediatrics says students who have head lice should not be sent home from school because it can result in significant stigma and stress. The best thing that should be done here is you leave the kid in school so everyone gets head lice and everyone has to deal with it so nobody gets their feelings hurt. That's what we should do. Make everyone suffer instead of just taking the kid out, sending them home, and taking care of the lice at home. Don't do that anymore. No. Biden calls the prospect of Armageddon the highest since the Cuban Missile Crisis. Just giving us so much confidence. So much confidence. Man who donated his mother's body to an Arizona Center for Alzheimer's Research discovers it was sold onto the U.S. military for $6,000, strapped to a chair and blown up in blast test. This happens all the time. Just remember, there's people literally dealing in cadavers and dead bodies, and they come to you asking to donate your body to research, and sometimes this is the research. So be careful. If you don't want your body blown up, just ignore those people. Only at Planet Fitness.
No way.
Chicken? In the... Dude! Why? So I pulled up behind this woman at traffic lights, and she kept waving hand signals at me. She pulled over, and I went up to her, and she kept talking about how I was too close to her at the traffic lights, and it might give her the thing.
Why? I mean it.
Why?
Right?
Why? Why are you going to call the police?
You're supposed to keep 2 meters apart because the virus is going on at the moment.
I'm in a car.
Stop it.
Doesn't matter.
I'm in a car.
Doesn't matter.
What are you
You
on
haven't
about?
got my problem, okay?
I'm in a car.
Now go.
How am I meant to keep 2 meters in a
Before
car?
I get my phone out and call the police.
What are you on about?
This is real, I think.
Go on.
She's being for real. Now, everyone watching this, I want you to remember those people that acted like this, because there was a lot of them. They acted insane, hysterical. These people, remember them. You should never trust them ever again in your entire life. Ever. That's just a fact. That's a good thing to keep in mind, always. A cafe for dogs opens in San Francisco with a $75 tasting menu. Yeah. There's really a market for this? Like, if there was a market for it, this is the exact place I would expect there to be a market for it. It's because there's, some extra clown world in San Francisco, but come on, man. Really? For your dog? 19 states trying to fight inflation with more stimulus checks. It's a contagion. It truly is. It is. And I can guess, I bet I would be able to guess at least 17 of the 19 states. I bet I could. If I had to guess, sadly, I'd say Minnesota's probably on there. More than $45 billion in pandemic unemployment benefits may have been fraudulently paid to criminals between March 2020 and April 2022. The U.S. Department of Labor's Office of Inspector General says. Wow, $45 billion. Such efficiency. Fraud, $45 billion in fraud. Yikes. Inflation is good for you. Don't panic over milk prices. Inflation is bad for the 1%, but helps out almost everyone else. Never forget, they really wrote this about a year ago and tried to convince you that inflation is good for you. Remember that as you're paying sky-high prices for food and gas, which is probably going to skyrocket here in the next 5-6 months. This is the mainstream media for you. Multiple Massachusetts colleges extend mask mandates indefinitely. Don't criticize that, guys. Comply. Didn't you listen to Biden not too long ago and what he said? I'm not even going to say it because, YouTube probably won't like it, but it came straight from the president. There might be a butter shortage soon. Here's why. Add it to the list of shortages. Butter. Well, the idea of keeping a beloved relative's tattooed skin and hanging it on the wall may be hard for some to imagine, but families who have done it say it has given them comfort. Maybe a picture? A picture of the tattoo, maybe? Like a picture of the person, even? Is that a bad, more reasonable? Instead of chopping their skin off? Do whatever you want, man. Do whatever you want. There's people doing a lot worse these days, and it's acceptable, the lot worse stuff. This is ridiculous. Reminder, members of Federal Reserve traded stocks that the Fed was buying in 2021 at the very bottom of the market before the bull rally. This is where they sold, at the very market top before the Fed raised rates and being cleared of wrongdoing. That's real. That is 100% real. They did that. That's exactly where they sold. And no one cares. They're not held accountable. Come on, man. By the way, great account there. Go follow that account. Amazing account, especially if you like finances. Oh, yes. Oh, splash that Van Gogh. Hell yeah. Look at that. Security. You're showing them, man. Hell yeah. You stop, dude. Freaking A, man. Freaking A. She's a little nervous. That's all right. You're nervous. I get it. Again, I don't understand. I like whatever those people stand for, I'm against. Because these people are insane. Like, I just don't... They're not spreading awareness. I think it's such... Spreading awareness is just an excuse for people to act like idiots. It truly is. And to, get a lot of money if you need money. You spread awareness, you get money. That's what spreading awareness does. Why he left the military.
They tell us the Taliban says there's too much trash on the airbase, and before we turn it over to them, we're gonna go pick it up. And I had never seen any of my higher ups so infuriated in my entire career. You got guys who are in our unit that have been 4, 5, 6, 7 combat deployments. You're gonna tell those dudes to go pick up trash for the enemy? That right there was the last straw that made me get out of the Marine Corps.
Take it from a Marine. This really happened. You don't hear this on the news either. They picked up trash on the base before they handed the base over to the Taliban. That really happened. Only in Clown World does that happen. And if you missed it, the U.S. military was just rated as weak for the first time ever. I wonder why. I wonder why would they think that? Why does the enemy, why are they so emboldened now? Why is Russia doing what they're doing? China about to do what they're about to do with Taiwan? It's almost like they perceive us as weak too. By the way, what is that? What podcast is that? We Are All Insane. Go check that podcast out. France's National Railway, SNCF, tried to help California build its high-speed railway project, but ended up quitting, saying, quotes, they were leaving for North Africa, which was less politically dysfunctional. Also real. Going to Northern Africa because California and America was so politically dysfunctional. Yikes. How'd you do in today's Clown World episode? Did you cringe at all? Because if you did, you lose. What do you think about cleaning up the airbase before we hand it over to the Taliban? Do you think about we got to pick up that trash before we do that? Because that really happened too. Let me know what you think down in the comments. While you're down there, please like this video, even though there's not much to like. Please help me get it recommended to other people. That's it for today's video. Until next time, I'm Tyler Zed. This is Zeducation.
For the children.
Idiots.